One Zambia, One Nation. Thank you so much for joining us on this bulletin of Zanis News. I'm your presenter, Michelle Lubinda. Top stories in the news. Government to work on Kaoma feeder roads. ZCF to establish provincial cooperative development funds. Works on Mushingashi market in Mufanyama advance. And in sports news, Zambia Chess Federation names squad for Olympics. The news in detail. Government has set aside 2.6 million kwacha to rehabilitate feeder roads in Kaoma District, Western Province. Kaoma District Commissioner Sheba Kashina has disclosed that works on the township roads, which are currently impassable, will commence as soon as the rains clear. More in the following report.
For development to be attained in any given society, road communication is vital as it is the conduit of better services of goods and delivery. This is why residents of Kaoma district are calling for government to work on their township roads that are in a deplorable state.
CDF, but CDF since for kalezi 2021 akulaza luboni nikachekule
kwa kana kuzwa since kuboka unda aina ma drainage mukabona kuli mukapoto township yalo na yeye ngatoni nani mapoti was kutausa kulimikwa kwa rule haiyo hande.
Another resident called for speedy works on the road as it has taken time with so many promises.
Aiba mikwa kwa isiyo na hande kipeto neba ona development yebulelwa aibona ali kulikaza mayachwa nikakuli development yeza hinji fa mikwa kona likali kona kuza mahande chwale kona kupo yelu kupa yetu na yeo.
Meanwhile, Kaoma District Commissioner says as soon as the rains stop, the works on the township roads will be commenced.
I'm aware that the area member of parliament, together with the council, sourced for some funds from the Ministry of Local Government, and the works are yet to start when the rains stop.
These matters and many came to light when Western Province Minister Kapelo Mbangweta was visiting Kaoma and Wampa district. Mulima Stumbeko reporting for Zanis News in Kaoma district, Western Province.
Meanwhile, in Wapula Province, continued heavy rains experienced in Namwandwe area of Mansa district have damaged Katanta Bridge. However, some pupils still use the flooded structure as a crossing point. Mansa Mayor Njeku Musuku has since cautioned pupils at Namwandwe Combined School against crossing flooded bridges to avoid unforeseen circumstances. Details in the following report.
This is Katanta Bridge in Musebo village of Namwandwe area in Mansa district that has been damaged and flooded. Crossing at this bridge when it is flooded has proved to be a challenge for the local people, especially learners from Namwandwe Combined School. Mansa Mayor Njiko Msuku, in the company of Mansa District Commissioner, the town clerk and officials from the local authority, visited the school to sensitize the learners of the dangers of crossing the bridge when it floods.
It's costly to lose a life, so we do not want to lose any. What you do is that when it's raining and you see that you will not manage to make it to school, please stay home. But do not make it a habit that don't say school. That should not be an excuse. Yes. As a temporary measure, we'll see what we can do. If possible, we can get some boats that can be made available within the shortest possible time. If that happens, well and good. If that does not happen, let's see how best our parents can be of good help as we cross the road.
And Mansa District Commissioner Irene Chivweta has advised the learners never to cross the bridge alone.
We have just come to let you know that Katanta Bridge has been washed away. Yes. It has been washed away. Hence, for your protection, Mweban, please to a papata. When you are alone, don't cross. Maufa?
Yes.
Because at least when you are two, put it right at the rain. Unlike when you are alone.
Yes.
Chipiri Makasa, Zanis, Mansa District.
And on the Copperbelt province, the Ndola Central constituency has procured a tractor and maintenance equipment worth 2.1 million kwacha using the 2022 constituency development funds. Ndola Central Member of Parliament Frank Tayali, who unveiled the equipment, says the move is aimed at addressing the flooding challenges faced in the townships. Among other challenges, Nelly Bota has the rest of the story.
Ndola Central constituency has received a tractor and TLC maintenance equipment worth 2.1 million kwacha procured under the Constituency Development Funds CDF. The maintenance equipment will help address some of the flood challenges that some townships in the constituency have been facing. Member of Parliament Frank Tayali has unveiled the two equipments at the Civic Centre.
Of this utilization of CDF is such that through the WDCs, we get what the aspirations of the constituents are. Where the constituents are saying, because of some of the flooding that we're witnessing in Twapia, some of the flooding that we're witnessing in Mapalo, we would like a TLB, which equipment we can use to create drainages and sort out those flooding issues. Who am I, as your area member of parliament, but to comply with what your aspirations are?
The equipment has been procured from Sarah Industrial, an institution that has pledged its commitment to support the decentralization program. And Ndola District Commissioner has called on constituencies to prudently use the CDF funds.
The President of the Republic of Zambia, His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, has made it clear that this money is for the people of Zambia. No political affiliation. And I want to call upon some constituencies that are politicizing the Constituency Development Fund. These funds are for Zambians.
Reporting for Zanis in Ndola.
Now, the Zambia Cooperative Federation, ZCF, says it is in the process of establishing provincial cooperative development funds. ZCF Business Development and Projects Manager Godfrey Munyoro says the fund is aimed at providing cooperatives across the country with easy access to affordable loans. Obed Lijim reports from Northwestern Province.
The cooperative movement in Zambia has the potential to significantly contribute to the country's employment levels and the gross domestic product. Between 1970 and 1990, for example, cooperatives were the third largest employers after the civil service and the mines. The picture is however different now, and Zambia Cooperatives Federation wants the movement to reclaim its lost glory days.
They should actually understand this business model which they actually started. You see, a cooperative, actually one of its values is self-help. They are actually supposed to start with their own resources. The reason they start with their own resources is because they'll have a stake.
Mwinilunga and Ikelengi districts cooperatives appreciate the engagement.
Tunashaka makooperative mafuka mavuru twa kuchenda nyaka ila ima tuna wane no mosi idanga tinenzi unakuturumburira now tuikali na imwenu.
We forge ahead, we bring the cooperatives back like the way they used to be long time ago and not like the way they are this time. No.
They however have a few concerns they want addressed.
The
Zambia Cooperatives Federation is this year celebrating 50 years of existence since its establishment in April 1973. For Zanis, Obed Lijim in Mwinilunga District, Northwestern Province.
Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development Elias Mubanga says government is in the process of finalizing the micro, small and medium enterprise MSME policy. Mr. Mubanga says the document, once complete, will be a game changer for MSMEs, and the minister has called on the business community in the country to come up with strategies that will address the negative impact that come with load shedding. Mr. Mubanga says load shedding is affecting businesses negatively and requires stakeholders to think outside the box, saying MSMEs are an instrumental part of government's agenda. The minister adds that government has prioritized MSMEs as evidenced by the decision to create a ministry solely dedicated towards their needs. In Eastern Province, Minister of Information and Media Chushi Kasanda has reiterated that government will endeavor to ensure that Zambia News and Information Services, Zanis, is adequately funded. in order for the institution to carry out its mandate effectively. The minister said this during a conducted tour of Zanis provincial offices in Chipata district. Take a look at this report.
She has visited the Zambia News and Information Service Zanis offices and seen for herself. However, the Minister of Information and Media, Chushika Sanda, is not impressed with the environment in which the Zanis officers are operating in Chipata, and she wants things to change.
So we need to make sure that our officers are worked on, as well as the equipment. Once we have that done, then we are good to go. We need to really maintain our offices. I mean, they are all dilapidated, I understand, but we can easily work with the Ministry of Infrastructure and see how best we can revamp these offices. I think that is what is important. And furniture as well. Look at the furniture that our people are using. It's worn out. So these are the things that we need to be looking at urgently.
The minister now wants a ministry budget to fully support Zanis operation.
We need to start generating income for Zanis. Sure. And that's why all of you should understand when I say Zanis is our priority right now. Correct. Would like Zanis to start generating money, would like Zanis to be able to give us the information that we want for the people of Zambia. And the only way we are going to do that, if we all agree, when we have that ceiling for the budget, when we all agree and say, this money we want it to go to Zanis, it will pay off in the long run. It may look like I'm being very tough on you, the rest of the departments, and wanting to take money to Zanis, but there's a reason why we're doing that. Once Zanis is fully established, everything else will fall into place. So you need to be understanding in that regard that that is the vision that I have. I would like us to take Zanis to what it was in the olden days.
Director Lloyd Saide, who is traveling with the minister, says the department is positioning itself to deliver its mandate and start generating revenue for the government.
Even as we are doing test transmission, right now we have clients, Minister, that are ready to come and put their programs on Zanis TV channel and pay for those programs. They are waiting for us, just telling us, tell us what the rates are, and we are ready to pay. Like yesterday, even government, quasi-government institutions, Minister, are ready to pump in money and put their programs on Zanis TV. So we can raise that money, Minister, and improve the operations of the department.
Reporting for Zanis in Chipata District, I'm Lubasim Tafela.
Zanis News continues. Works on a 1x3 classroom block in Kayana Ward in Changombo District, Western Province, are progressing well. Area Member of Parliament Mubika says the works exhibited by Bagu's construction company and supply are impressive. Kasweka Skaimbo brings us this report.
With over 300 pupils from grade 1 to 7, Sebumbu Primary School in Kayana Ward of Changombo District has only a 1x2 classroom block to cater for 309 pupils in the zone and surrounding areas, a situation that has been difficult to contain due to the high number of pupils against one classroom block. In this vein, the government, through the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, is constructing an additional 1x3 classroom block meant to be completed in 3 months' time.
I'm impressed that at least contractors found them on site, and the quality of works at least is promising. You can see them in the concrete, the way it is been done. I'm sure from once we complete this, and supposed to be completed within 90 days. So I'm sure by end of March, they are supposed to hand over this project. We're hopeful that by next year, grade 8 is going to open at this school, because they used to travel long distance from here to go and look for grade 8 places and 9. But I'm sure with this infrastructure which is coming now, next year, grade 8 is going to open.
Meanwhile, the only teacher at the school, Kahilu Malinda, expressed excitement with government's gesture.
For sharing, it was very difficult, and when it comes when we're receiving this gesture from the CDF of providing us with the 1x3 classroom, we're actually very happy, and this will help a lot of children that they are schooling here.
The community are elated with the development.
Hakainde ichilema
ka kulufa CDF iliyo ikonele kuyahla muyaho alunao.
Kasakaimbo reporting, Shangomo District, Western Province.
On the Copper Belt Province, the construction of the constituency development funded Mushingashi Market in Lufanyama District has advanced. Lufanyama Town Council Secretary Anton Kalenga says the market also includes modern sanitary facilities. Agrippa Silumbwe reports.
This is Lufanyama's Mushingashi area with a distance of 80 kilometers from the central business district. For many years, residents here have had no proper trading shelter, a narrative the local authority wants to change by using Constituency Development Fund.
Being a furthest, they don't have a nearby market where they can sell their produce. And then we came up with the market using the CDF funds. The market that we've put up here in Mushingashi, it can accommodate about 100 women.
The council wants to ensure all modern sanitary facilities are provided at this new market before opening it to the public.
The structure is it's complete, I can say, but it's not fully functional. We will not operationalize it. We've been waiting for the construction of the ablution block. The structure is done. So what we are waiting is just to put up a tank structure, and also do a connection of the solar. So much that the market and the ablution block will have water throughout. So that one is a waterborne toilet that we are doing, which has progressed up to 90%.
For this market, which has been constructed here, quality works are okay. We can't take anything away from the contractor, the way he has mobilized. Otherwise, we are very happy.
Reporting, I'm Agrippa Silumbwe, Copperbelt Province.
Meanwhile, in Northern Province, Kasama Municipal Council has locked shops in some markets for traders who have failed to renew their business licenses for 2023. But traders who were found at the Civic Center making payment have appealed to the council to consider removing the penalty fee imposed on them. Taonga Nkoma has more in the following report.
These are some of the complaints that the business community in Kasama, whose shops have been closed due to failure to comply with business license renewal. These complaints follows the decision by Kasama Municipal Council to not only close some business premises, but also effect a 750 kwacha penalty to all traders who failed to renew their licenses for 2023. Some traders who flocked to the Civic Center to seek an audience with council management complained that their businesses depend on electricity and the issue of load shedding is affecting their operations.
Kufika ku market kusanga amalaiti naye amalaiti ngayaisa ni 3 hours dimo yaisa mkuisa 17 hours ile tuleko molo yaisa nomba twala chitashani ngabana mayo na fwe bashaishiwa kuiposa ikamufia kuiposa ikatwalibi kamli to business fwe no twa masaluni twala kuisa mwe bantu bakwalesa twafwe niko.
They are calling on the council to remove the fine. Meanwhile, Kasama Municipal Council Assistant Public Relations Manager Charity Chaiwila explained that the local authority gave enough notice and grace period for traders to renew their licenses.
22, and we gave up to a period up to January. So we have just started effecting the penalty charges after 9th January. So we gave this period for people to pay for their business license. So we want to urge people that we don't take pride in issuing penalties to the traders, but we want them to also ensure that within that licensing period, people can come through to the council and renew their business permits.
Taonga Nkoma reporting for Zanis in Kasama.
Southern Province, a nutrition technologist at Shampande Clinic in Choma District, Chuma Muhali, says the Ministry of Health has advanced its efforts towards implementing the Nutrition Support Group model to help reduce malnutrition levels in the district. More in this report.
Poor diet has negative implications on the normal growth of a person.
The effects are even worse for children under the age of 2, as poor diet leads to malnutrition, a condition which causes stunted growth. However, the Ministry of Health in Choma, through the Scaling Up Nutrition Program, is using the support group model to train pregnant and lactating mothers on how to prepare nutritious meals from locally available foods.
We have the 1,000 most critical days. This is when when the mother is pregnant. We have the 270 days. Then from the time that the child is born until they are 1 year, they attend their first birthday, they live, that's 365 days. Then they also celebrate their second birthday, which also adds up to 365 days. So we are looking at this age category because it is very much important, because this is where there is massive brain wiring. So this is where there is brain development. And if we don't combat or control the malnutrition status at this time, then the child will grow stunted even in the brain. So we brought about this program so that we can have a productive economy and a productive future in the days to come.
Lusho Mosichikolo, a teenage mother, is one of the beneficiaries of the support group at Simaubi.
Segari gwi mwana mbaba mbirirwa ndakahiba mwana mbajirwa poleji ajindi chairede kutariga gulya ponya nenga jana na hotariga guli magarden jiri magarden ni veg ndirajera irabika mu poleji sega yambo iri kwa veg ponya ndirasambara nanda ulaga pentoro beans yakubikira mwana.
For Clavia Monkombwe, another beneficiary, the program will also benefit others outside the support group as the knowledge acquired is shared around the community.
Bakatuyisha kuti mulago hagubamba hagulya haguti muyoberesha gumbere twabaje olwemaningi kambo twajana kuti ibana besu bajincha so twarumba maningi guru yondo mwatuletera ali mchitu ajincha tolike abambi benzuma bajincha.
Runia Sakala, Zanis, in Choma District, Southern Province.
In sports news, the Zambia Chess Federation, ZCF, has named a 4-member squad to represent the country at this year's World Chess Olympiad for the disabled in Serbia. Chess Federation of Zambia President Leslie Chikute says the team is ready to compete and bring medals. Audrey Kalenga filed in this report.
All is set for this year's World Chess Olympiad for the disabled, which is slated for Belgrade in Serbia. Zambia is among the 30 countries that have been invited by the International Chess Federation FIDE to participate at this year's tournament, which will run from 28th January to 5th February 2023. Chess Federation of Zambia President Leslie Chikute says preparations are going well and has thanked the Ministry of Sports and Arts for the support rendered to the Federation as they prepare for the tournament.
The World Chess Body has basically also come along and helped us with the travel, accommodation, and so on. I think so far everything is going on smoothly. I would just like to thank, of course, the Ministry of Sport and Government, and thank the World Chess Body for giving us such a huge opportunity to go and participate at a very, very prestigious tournament, that is the World Chess Tournament for the Disabilities.
Team Zambia is represented by gold medalist Edith Tambuzai, Aaron Banda, Harry Sauti, and Robert Nkupi. The participants are excited about representing the country at the prestigious tournament and have promised to work extra hard and make the country proud.
Considering that this is the inaugural tournament, the first of its kind, organized by the Chess Body for people living with disabilities. Yeah, immediately when this thing was announced, that is first week of December, as a team we went into preparation training.
We are going to Serbia on Saturday and we hope to perform well. If possible, come out number 1. We would like to thank everyone that has come out to support us. Zambia Federation of Disability Organization ZAFOD Director Justin Bakali thanked the organizers of the team and hoped that more sports disciplines in the country will open doors for persons living with disabilities.
Many a times that persons with disabilities are looked upon as people who should just be able to receive. But I think we are trying to move away from that. We want to see persons with disabilities be able to participate at every level of development, inclusive sports. So really, we recommend you for the initiative that you are taking, and I just hope and trust that this is not going to be the end. As for us, ZAFOD, we are open and we want to work with so many organizations. Because one of the issues that we want to see in this country is to see persons with disabilities at every level.
Audrey Kalenga, Zanis, Lusaka.
As we end the news, a recap of stories that made headlines. Government to work on Kaoma feeder roads. ZCF to establish provincial cooperative development funds. Works on Mushingashi market in Mufanyama advance. In sports news, Zambia Chess Federation names squad for Olympics. That's all we could package on this bulletin. On behalf of the entire production team, this has been Michelle Lubinda. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.